What's up guys, Faz here from Beckett Boy. Today we're going to be checking out some mail. Our first ever comeback from Card Grading Australia, so pretty excited about that. Now this is mostly raw suits of some IP signatures that I had. Card Grading Australia will do raw grading, and also if you've got some IP autos that you want to get put into storage containers like that, you can get them at the same price as what you can get a raw grading, which is $7.50. And the holders are really good for, you know, long term. Obviously they're not going to get weathered or exposed and stuff like that, so really good for your PC, your personal collection, and also even if you do want to sell them later on, they're going to be in you know, kept in really good condition. And out of the weather, which is really good. So all right, so I'll just grab my scissors and let's get into it. I think I've got a couple of cards in here that are actually properly graded. I've got a bunch of stuff that is out for return from mail, so this is really exciting that I finally got that back. I will be putting out another update because Craig got in contact with me over the weekend, or sorry, last week, and said they've had some issues, a production line with their new supplier. So they've obviously switched suppliers with their containers, and demand is greater than the supply at the moment currently, and I think that's the same worldwide. However, he did say to me that it's going to be about a 6 to 8 week wait. So the wait time will be 6 to 8 weeks. Which is still, I don't have a problem with. I mean, almost any card that you get on a 30-day turnaround is going to be at least that these days. So for me personally, I don't have a problem with it. I've got 3 more outstanding shipments with those guys. I'm not going to see those for a couple of months realistically. He did email me and tell me that he's got my cards. However, this is how they're going to. Look in this, it's really cool stuff, but I might just adjust the camera down here so we can get a good look. Hold on 1 second. All right, so I've just turned that around, and as you can see, oh, these look fantastic. So, Bouval Gallery. Oh, this is where they go. These guys go on the road. So Craig goes out on the road. High quality and limited edition collectibles, memorabilia, handmade items, trading cards, artworks, and more. So great stuff. If you're in the Beauvale area, head on down to the gallery. Craig's got his wares on display there. So really cool stuff. And this is just exciting. Here's their price guides here. You can get all this online, of course. And the raw encapsulation, right where my thumb is there, that's what I was talking about. You can get that with a raw encapsulation. Say, for example, you've got an in-person autograph, which almost no place will authenticate because there's no real way of ever telling. So these are the Ultra Pros and card savers that I sent down, and an invoice I think in the back. So that's why you send these things in Ultra Pros as well, because you do get them back. If you send a top loader or a one touch or something like that, they just usually discard those. It's just a long-term thing that all graders do. They're all the same like that. So always make sure you send them in cards. I use card savers, they're a bit more flexible than the Ultra Pros, but there is a couple of Ultra Pros in there. Some old ones that I had from way back. So good to get those babies back. But wow, I mean, look at these. That is, and I'll get a couple of these out, and we can inspect the product there, but that's just fantastic. These are his quality work. I've seen it before. Really is on par with PSA. Very, very similar. Alright, so let's open some of these up, guys. Everyone's probably keen to see what these look like, but this is a first-hand account because a lot of people are probably on the fence with Card Grading Australia. Let me clear this up for you right now. Because believe me, these guys are going to take off. There's no questions about it. Just trying to cut this in the right way so I don't. Oh, look at this. Now, if you're ever questioning the quality of that, that's just fantastic. Look at that. Now I can tell you, yeah, obviously he's using the same format as PSA, guys. That feels exactly the same weight, looks the same, feels the same, and that's some really, really quality craftsmanship right there. Like I said, most places won't grade or authenticate in-person autos, and that's because anyone could just pick up a card and scribble over the top of it and go, look at this is great. These are real autos signed by these actual players, so that's just fantastic. But I'll get a couple more out while we're here. Look at that. Jordan DeGoey and Nathan Buckley. That's really, really, really solid work. And just feeling them, I can tell you right now, I'm really, really impressed holding these in my hands. Really, really nice looking. Really well balanced, and these will go straight into my personal collection. These are all PC ones, of course. As a collector, obviously a Collingwood supporter. Yeah, these are just fantastic. So excellent stuff. All right, let's get some more out. Still got a couple more in here. Just be careful when you're cutting through. Make sure you really don't press up against the cards there, so you don't. Oh, and here we go. This is a couple that I got graded. Look at that. That's fantastic. Ed Curnow. Ed Curnow Contested Beast, and Dustin Martin Select Legacy, all Australian. That's fantastic. So to put that into perspective, these grades do stack up against BGS and PSA. They're very, very similar in grading. So for example, this 92 would probably grade a 9 for both BGS and for PSA. Now he won't just throw pristines out. This is a pristine, so this is probably be a BGS 9.5 or a 10. So that is in genuine mint condition. And so is this, but obviously it's a 92, so it'd probably just be a 9. This would probably be a 9.5 or a 10. Probably a PSA 10, and maybe a BGS 9.5. BGS are a bit stricter. That's just fantastic. I mean, that's really, really solid. All right, last one, guys. Let's bring this home. See, this was really exciting to get these back finally, because it'd been a long wait, a really long wait with grading anywhere in the world, and obviously Craig had shut down, so that made it a little bit trickier. Oh, look at that. That's just fantastic, isn't it? That is just fantastic. That's the Tom Phillips Certified AFL, and that's raw ungraded Tom Phillips autograph. And Jordan De Goey, OMG, 98. That's just fantastic. So that's as close to a BGS 10 as you're going to get. That's a fantastic card. And Craig's got if you're doubting Craig's skill, he's got a big name and he's been around the scene for a long time. He has a background in forensics, so that's how he got into doing this, and he had a love for these. So, and obviously you can catch them too. They do get out to a lot of card shows, a lot of collectible stuff, a lot of fairs, markets, and they do a lot of stuff. So it's really cool to have these guys as part of the local Australian community. I think it's just fantastic, and these guys are going to go a long way. So hats off to Craig. I'm really happy with those. Not just because we got some really great grades, but just to see the work is fantastic there. That's just fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. So 3 gradeds and 5 for the personal collection. So really positive return there. And I'll quickly just show you guys while everyone's on the buzz about what we got and what we didn't. Some of the stuff. Now, if you're a Hoops fan, this is, I've just been working on, just on the side, on the Wilt Chamberlain, on my Wilt Chamberlain personal collection. That's right, it's a Bill Russell. Obviously a great, I'm going to pair these up and do a little bit of play with one of my next videos with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain obviously being rivals. I think people are sleeping on Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. I think these cards are really undervalued, and I think a lot of collectors like myself, guys, now's the time to buy Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. They're not that expensive, unless you're talking, numbered sets and autos and stuff like that. They are really expensive, but his regular stuff, I picked these up dirt cheap. And I say dirt cheap, that's a genuine, mosaic green. So, and that's a prism blue optic or whatever it's called, and that's a numbered one as well. And I picked these up for under $10, so I think they're really dirt cheap. Some other stuff that I've been working on is getting in some MJs. Buying these things at the right price is the key, because these can get, even the base cards can get just ridiculous prices. So these are some of the ones I've got in. This is a consignment. This is going to be graded. My little MJs, I've got a lot of MJs. They're going to be going in. This is going to be really cool, this one. Full set of Flair stickers, 89 All-Stars, full set. That's going to be really cool to get those back. And they're going to PSA those ones. These ones probably going to go to Beckett. Just for some randoms. I've actually got the full set of these that just came in separately, and the full set of those as well. But I'm going to get these bad boys graded up. Guys, these stickers and All-Stars and the sets are getting harder to find. If you can afford to get them, I would be all over them for a long-term investment. They're just going to skyrocket in value. So that's where I'm at with that. I will probably not get those back for a few months once they're sent in. I've got 2 submissions in PSA and 1 in Beckett at the moment, still waiting. and actually, sorry, 2 from Beckett as well, because one that I sent to Cherry will be coming back. I've got 5 cards out with Cherry, about 8 with Beckett, I think, and about 10 with PSA. So that's going to be really exciting getting those back, along with some of this other stuff that I'm going to be sending out to get graded. But guys, if you're still unconvinced about these guys, shoot Craig a message. He'll answer any of your questions. He's extremely busy at the moment, extremely busy, because the demand is just so high at the moment for these. So send him a message, guys. He'll answer your concerns and submit. They've got a very simple submission system, and they're very transparent with their work. So obviously you can see the quality of these cases and what they work at and how much they put into it. So that's it for today, guys. We will see you in the very near future. Thanks for tuning in.